Getting a view here from the station's exterior cameras looking down at North Dakota, about 250 miles below. The station's about to pass over the border between South Dakota rather, and North Dakota, and then head over Minnesota in the next few minutes before crossing the Canadian border. Gives you an idea of some of the views that the crew on board the space station gets a look at. One of the major activities that the crew takes part in regularly is taking photographs of the Earth from the International Space Station. Photos are used to document changes in the Earth's surface over time, looking at things like floods and storms, as well as forest fires, and then just documenting the effect that human presence is having on the Earth as well. We have here an example of a recent photo that was taken from space. This is from about 700 kilometers over the Pacific Ocean, and is an oblique image of a part of the Andes Mountains. The mountain range crosses the entire image from the border between Chile in the foreground and Argentina's wine country across the top of the image. The view is actually unusual because it reveals exactly the canyons and valleys, followed by the Pan American Highway. The spacecraft and the sun were in just the right positions for the sun's reflection to reveal the thin, bright rivers and the deep valleys, followed by the highway. And the pass over the Andes is the main route between Chile's capital, Santiago, whose outskirts appear at the image's lower right, and Mendoza, the heart of Argentina's winemaking industry. Mendoza's basin lies under haze at the image's top right corner. The highway route city Santiago at the small town of Los Andes, which is at the lower left of the image, and snakes its way up the forested river valley, where it passes close to the highest mountain peak in the Western Hemisphere. Near that mountain, the highway crosses the international boundary into the Mendoza River Valley, where it passes through a high treeless desert valley with a dry lake at the image's top left corner. Then the highway bends southeast and descends the Mendoza Basin, marked here by a blanket of haze. Haze, a variable mix of smoke, dust, and fog, is typical in the winter on windless days, also seen in the basins in Chile, where Santiago and Los Andes are located. That's just one of thousands upon thousands of examples of the photos that the crew is able to take from space, but you can see more examples on your own. We talk a lot on Space Station Live about the various benefits to us here on the ground of the research done at the space station, but we're going to take a look at one that you might not expect coming up here next, and benefits to humanity, NASA to Napa.
As farmers and winemakers, we work very hard to grow the best quality fruit possible to make the best wines possible. The real polished part of winemaking is letting that wine age gracefully so its flavor